Hi, my name is Jen. Thanks for joining me today. Today is a full body workout. It is a beginner workout, number 5 of my beginner friendly series. We don't need any props today except our long box. That is the only thing we need today. We are going to be starting on 2 heavies and 1 medium. So on my reformer, that is 2 reds and 1 blue. Your headrest can be in the up position. And once you are ready, have your box ready, and I will meet you on the reformer. All right, when you're ready, just make sure you have the appropriate weight on. I am starting on 2 reds and a blue today because I am going to be going into single leg. So if you find that 2 reds and a blue, 2 heavies and a medium is too heavy, just go down to 2 reds or 2 heavies by themselves. So right now we're just going to start hip distance apart, heels are on that bar, toes are flexed towards your nose. Relax those shoulders, find yourself comfortable in this position. Take a nice deep inhale. On that exhale, I want you to extend yourself out and resist yourself back in. Again, giving yourself a moment, checking in to see how you feel. Remember that imaginary floor underneath the balls of the feet. You're pressing on that imaginary floor underneath you, pressing evenly and equally through both heels, keeping those abs drawn towards that navel. Last 2 here. Next time you come in, come all the way into the bumper. Bring that left leg to tabletop. From here, you're going to just go in for a single leg press, extend that carriage all the way out, and resist it in. So stabilizing your body, drawing those abs in. Remember softly extending into that knee, not popping into that joint. Last 2 here. On this last one, bring yourself all the way in to that bumper. Switch sides. Right foot is coming to tabletop. Left foot is on that foot bar. Extend yourself out and resist yourself in. Remember how you breathe. It's a tool, not a rule. Just breathe with every movement. Last 3. On this last one, you're going to come all the way into that bumper. Both heels are returning to that bar. From here, you're clicking those heels together, Pilates V, on top of the bar. Press the carriage out, resist it in. So you're in that Pilates V, you're turned out from the hips. Those balls of the feet are still pushing down on that imaginary floor underneath you. Keep those abs and ribs connected. Try not to splay through the chest. You can flip the palms up to open up through the shoulders a little deeper. Squeeze through that midline, squeeze up through that side line, through that pelvic floor. Last 2 here. Beautiful. On this last one, come all the way in. Separate those heels back to hips distance. We're coming down to the balls of the feet. From here, you're going to lift those heels. Small heel lifted. All 10 toes have real estate on that bar. From here, press yourself out and resist yourself in. Double leg press. Last 2. On that last one, bring it all the way in, come to that bumper. This time we're going to bring the right leg to tabletop to start. Left ball of that foot is still on that bar. From here, press it out. Keep those hips glued. Keep that bottom glued to that carriage. Stable side, your right side is stable, left side is working. Holding those obliques in, abs in, trying to stabilize everything. Last 3. On this last one, come all the way in. Let's switch our feet. Left foot is now coming to tabletop. Right ball of the foot is on that foot bar. From here, extend that carriage out. Resist it in. Try to keep that heel still in space. Again, not popping into those joints. Last 2. Beautiful. On that last one, slowly come in. Bring that ball of the foot onto the carriage. Pilates V here underneath the bar. Balls of the feet are still. Lift those heels. From here, squeeze yourself out. Squeeze everything in tight. Release it in. Make sure you're rotating from the hips. Last 3. On this last one, come all the way in. Beautiful. Bring your feet back to parallel. Extend yourself out one final time. From here, drop both heels under. Stretch those calves. And come up onto those toes. Again, drop those heels under. Come up onto those toes. Last 2 here. Dropping those heels under. Last one here, I want you to keep those heels under. Now from heel, I just want you to go ahead, bend the left knee, go deeper into that right side. Now we're going to alternate. Lift the right heel, drop the left heel. Alternate again, lift the left, drop the right. Let's switch. Now heels should meet and then you drop. So now pick up the pace as long as you can keep those hips quiet. For 4, 3, 2, last one, come up on those toes, bend those knees, beautiful. Bring your knees towards your chest, roll those ankles in both directions. All right, from here, we're going to take our legs, we're going to extend them over the foot bar. If you have your headrest up, please go ahead, knock it down for right now. So we're lying, we're a little bit away from those shoulder blocks, so shimmy yourself down. I want you to be able to find the crease of your knee to be able to come to that foot bar. So from here, you're going to go ahead, you're going to reach your arms up to the clouds, drop your shoulders back and down. Now I want you to tuck your chin towards your chest. I want you to take a big deep inhale, and on that exhale, I want you to slowly curl yourself on up. And as you're curling yourself on up, you're bending your knees to help you pull up against that foot bar, and you're going to continue your roll up, and you're going to stack that spine nice and tall at the edge of the carriage. Again, we're going to roll ourselves down. So we're going to tilt our pelvis. Shoulders are away from our ears as we roll ourselves down. Beautiful. Arms come back up over the chest. Melt yourself in. Again, tuck the chin towards the chest. Slowly roll yourself on up. Use that foot bar to pull back on to help you. Slowly stack that spine on up. Again, roll it down. Feel the articulation through that back as you're rolling yourself down, bringing those arms back up over that chest. Last two here. Slowly curl yourself on up. Use that foot bar if you need to. Roll yourself on up. Stack the spine. Again. Last one here. Curl yourself up. Roll yourself on up. Stack that spine. Excellent. From here, I want you to roll yourself halfway back. Beautiful. Use that foot bar. Now, come up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. So we're just moving a little bit deep into those abs. Shoulders are away. For 3. For 2. Last one. Slowly come all the way up. Stack that spine. Beautiful. Relax those shoulders for a moment. Relax those abs. Just give yourself a little posteriorly tuck and lift it up. Again, just posteriorly tuck and lift it up. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead. Bring those arms back up towards the clouds. From here, you're slowly going to roll yourself halfway down again. Now this time, we're going to rotate towards the left. Bring it back to center. Beautiful. Rotate towards the right. Back to center. Those hips are glued to that carriage mat. As you're rotating that rib cage around that waistline. Last 2. One more to each side. Beautiful. From here, come to center and slowly roll yourself on down. Beautiful. You can slowly bend your knees, wiggle yourself back just a tiny bit. You're going to put your heels back on that bar. From here, we're going to come into our bridging segment. So headrest should be down, heels are on that bar, arms are along by your sides. From here, when you're ready, tilt that pelvis towards your nose. Slowly articulate yourself up, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to the top. From here, slowly roll it on down. Beautiful. When you get to the bottom, come back into that neutral pelvis. And then roll yourself back into that imprint as you roll yourself on up. Last 2 here. On this last one, when you roll yourself up to the top, I want you to hold yourself there. Beautiful. From here, dock that carriage, bring it into the bumper if you've moved it away. From here, you're lifting that left leg to tabletop. Now, you're going to tap it down and lift it up. If you want to point that foot, you can point the foot, tap it to the foot bar, and lift it up. Squeezing through that stabilizing leg, keeping those hips lifted. Last 3. Beautiful. Bring that foot down. Keep those hips lifted. Let's lift the other leg. Tap it down. Take a moment to stabilize. Took a moment here. Last two. When your foot touches that foot bar this time, place that foot down. Lift those heels. Dock that carriage. Slowly roll yourself on down. And tuck your knees into your chest. Beautiful. From here, you're going to extend those legs back over that foot bar. Shimmy away if you need to. Arms come up to the clouds. From here, tuck your chin towards your chest. Slowly roll yourself on up like you did before, and we are changing our springs. So we are coming down to one heavy and one medium here. And from here, you can slowly put your headrest on up if you want, and you can grab your straps behind you. All right. Long loops are lighter, shorter loops are heavier. Arms are coming up to the clouds. From here, legs come to tabletop. First set here, your head stays down. So we're going to straight arm press, bring your arms down to your hips and resist it up. So keep those abs joined, try to keep those shoulders back. On this next one, if you feel like you want to curl your chest up, tuck your chin towards your chest, slowly curl yourself on up and resist yourself back down. Remember that bottom is glued in that cement. You do not lift from the bottom. The lifting is coming from the abs and the chest. Last four like this. On this next one, when your arms come up to the clouds, hold it there. Head comes down. First set, now bring your arms down to your hips. From here, we're coming into our triceps. So bend at the elbow, extend the arms. Next time your arms are long, hold it there. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to bring the hands in towards our nose, just like before. Tuck your chin. I want you to curl yourself up. Push it away. Bring yourself back down. Curl yourself up when the arms go long. Curl yourself down when you bring the arms towards your chest. So reach through those arms, send those shoulders back as you're reaching long towards that foot bar. Looking up at your navel. Last three here. On this next one, when your arms come up, hold it there. Now from here, I want you to bring those arms back up to the clouds. Head stays down here. We're going to go ahead, bring our hands down to our waist, open out to the T. Bring it back up to the clouds. Beautiful. Last one in this direction. When your hands come up above your chest, hold them there. Open out to the T. Squeeze to your bottom. Lift up to the clouds. Now I'm going to ask if you want to add that chest lift. When you open your arms out to the T, squeeze, chest lift up. Head comes down as the arms come up, stays down as you go to the T. Squeeze behind the bottom, the head comes up. Head goes down as the arms come up. Go to the T. Up. When you're in that T, you can squeeze up. Last one. Beautiful. And from here, when those arms come up to the clouds, go ahead, drop those feet to the foot bar, hang those straps up, and drop your feet from side to side. All right. From here, we're slowly going to come on up on our carriage. We are changing our springs to one heavy spring, taking that blue spring off, and we are going to be grabbing our box. So from here, we're going to be taking our long box, we're going to be putting it on the carriage, and we're also going to be knocking our foot bar down. All right, so once you have everything set up, you're going to go ahead, you're going to lie on your belly, facing your tower. Now you want to be off your box. Your box wants to be right at the top of your rib cage. Your pelvis needs to be pressing into that box. And from here, your legs can either be hips distance apart or they can be together, whichever feels good for you. So right now, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to reach our arms long. We're going to find that long line from the crown of our head to the tips of our toes. Shoulders are back and away from our ears. Now we're reaching for that carriage long. All same fingers are on the same side of the wood. And from here, we're slowly going to pull ourselves up towards our hands. And as we pull, I just want you to come through a little bit of a back extension and lift up and look over the nose in front of you. Beautiful. Slowly release those arms. The head comes down as you release those arms long. Again, pull towards you. Your body's coming closer to your hands. You're lifting your head, shining your chest to the clouds above you. And as you reach long, the head comes down. Now think about the bottom part of your body as you're doing this motion. If you feel it pulling in your lower back, just bend your knees, cross your ankles. But if you feel okay here going into back extension, I'd like you to activate your lower body, making this a full body movement. So pointing those toes and reaching long. So as you reach back, everything becomes weak and flaccid. And then as you're reaching, you're pulling yourself together, coming towards your midline and squeezing everything long way. Beautiful. Last two. And last one. Beautiful. From here, you're just going to go ahead, release your arms long. I want you to go ahead, curl yourself, tuck yourself over towards that box, and just give yourself a moment here. All right, we are going to be finding our straps. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to take our straps, and from here, we're going to take our straps to the outside of the wood. We are going to be grabbing up on the tape if that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then just give yourself a little bit more room and pull back. All right, so arms are right underneath my shoulders here. And from here, shoulders come back and down. Abs are engaged. Glutes are engaged. Shoulders are away. From here, you're going to come into a straight arm press. So bring those arms straight behind you. Bring them up to your waistline. Shoulders come back. Yes. Reach down over your head. Beautiful. Pull it away and reach long. So activating that back body. Think about as you're pulling those arms long past your waistline, your shoulder blades behind you are squeezing together. So they're coming towards one another and squeezing down. Last 3. If you feel okay to add that back extension, you can add that move here. So when the arms come long, the legs go long, the chest comes up. But if your body does not like extension, do not do too many of them. We did some before. Last one here. Beautiful. And from here, I want your legs to go long. Let everything relax for a moment. Curl over that box. Move your head from side to side. We have one more set here. So when you're ready, same move as before. Head can stay up into extension or your head can stay down. From here, we're just bending at the elbow and sweeping it back. So again, do what feels right for you. You can do a couple in extension and a couple in neutral. Last 3. Beautiful. And on that last one, slowly go ahead. Let those straps come long. Hang them up, and we're going to come off that box for a moment and give ourselves some cat-cow. So just take a moment here, round and flex that spine. When you're ready, let's slowly come on up. We're going to turn over on our box. We're keeping that one red spring on, but we're going to straddle this box. And then we're going to go ahead, grab the straps behind us. From here, we're sitting up nice and tall. Remember, your shorter straps are heavier, your longer loops are lighter. So you choose what you want today. From here, sitting up nice and tall, abs are drawn in, shoulders are back and down. From here, we're coming into cervical. So from here, I just want you to bring your arms out and resist them back in. So again, what we're trying to be mindful of is that the only thing that's moving here in our body is our arms and our shoulders. So we don't want our back to take over. We don't want our traps to come up to our ears. So if you feel like your shoulders are rising up to your ears, just bring your arms a little bit lower. Last 2. Beautiful. From here, next time our arms are out, I want you to hold them there. From here, we're going to open our arms to that T. Squeeze them back together. Beautiful. If this is too heavy, you can lighten it. If you need to, we're not staying here too long. We got 3 more. You don't need to open all the way. You're going as far as you can without popping through that rib cage. So you're just using your arms and your back muscles here. Abs are keeping you stable. They're connected to that rib cage. Last one. Beautiful. Bring those arms in. Go ahead, flip your palms and relax your shoulders. All right, we're going to go ahead. We are going to hang up those straps. And from here, we're going to be coming off our box and we're going to be turning it short box ways. All right, so we are coming with our knees down onto the carriage. We are coming into our planking segment. So you're going to find your knees on the carriage, your toes are on the platform. The bar is still down. Now you can come to your hands, you can stay on your forearms, whichever works for you. So from here, once you're ready, you're going to go ahead, come up to standing and extend that carriage out. Beautiful. We're going to hold this plank here. We're going to hold this plank for about 45 seconds. So everything's stable, everything's quiet. Your gaze is over the tip of your nose, your neck is long. Squeezing the inner lines together. Shoulders are away from the ears. "15 seconds. Breathe it out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Drop your knees and slowly come in. Beautiful. If you did that on your wrists, give yourself a moment here. All right, we're coming into some side planks here. So what I want you to do is the only thing that's changing is our toes are going to be pointed towards one side of the room. So we're going to come out into that plank first. So however you want to plank, on your forearms or your elbows, that's up to you. So toes are on that platform. From here, push yourself out. Find yourself into that plank position. Now I want you to turn your toes to one side. From here, we're just holding this for 45 seconds. So your waistline is dropping towards those springs, whichever side you're pointing to. You're keeping those shoulders away from your ears, your toes are pointed to the side, and your neck is long. "15 seconds. Breathe it out. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly come in and drop your knee. Come into child's pose for a moment. Pull through those shoulders. All right, we got one more set. So you're going to turn your toes towards the other side. You choose how you want to do it. As you can see, I alternate. So from here, once you're ready, you're going to tuck those toes. You're going to come into that plank position. Point the toes to one side, squeeze that side body, and we're just holding. One side is always tougher than the other, and we're tired by the third set. Use that breath. 15 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come on in and come take your final child's pose. Excellent. Okay, one last thing before we get rid of this box. I want you to go ahead, come up off that carriage, put that foot bar up. And then go ahead and step back onto the carriage and face the foot bar. You want to have your feet flat on the carriage mat. The feet are going to stay planted to that carriage mat. You want to find a long line from your waist to your ankles, and then you want to slope from your waist to your shoulders. So finding that triangular position. From here, you're relaxing the shoulders, letting the neck hang long in its neutral position. And from here, you're extending the carriage out 2 or 3 inches behind you. Feet stay flat to the ground and pull yourself in. Bring your legs back underneath your waist. Beautiful. Coming into that elephant, finding that back body stretch as you pull those legs underneath those hip bones. Last 2. Think about really drawing those abs in and underneath that rib cage as you're pulling yourself in, resisting those springs coming in. So you're pulling those abs up and under, sending those legs underneath that bottom. Beautiful. From here, go ahead, just relax yourself. If your foot bar locks, go ahead and give yourself a little bit of a traction stretch. Excellent. All right. From here, we can go ahead. We can take that box off. All right. Keeping that box off, we're going to stay standing on the floor here. I'm going to stay on this side first since I'm already here. From here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to find our foot on the carriage. Our foot's going to come up against the shoulder rest. Now, we're going to start off with our hands on the foot bar. So from here, I just want you to find your foot in line with your foot bar or a little bit behind it. You want your knee over your ankle. And from here, I just want you to come in to your lunge stretch. Beautiful. So making sure this outside hip is dropped and square to the bar in front of you. Slowly bring it in. Watch your chest. As you push yourself out, you want to push that chest proud to the clouds and bring those shoulders behind you. Also, make sure that your knee is not traveling over your ankle. Shoulders are away from your ears. Last 2, getting that stretch in. We're going to work these legs individually. So I always like to stretch the hips out before I really start working them, especially because I have a bad hip, so I have to make sure it's ready to work. All right, so from here, when you come in, now remember, bar is here. We're going to start holding on the bar. You're going to take that knee off the carriage. From here, we're going to bend the standing leg down. Make sure your knee is over that ankle and stand up. So the leg that's working is the leg on the floor. You're bending and straightening the leg on the floor. So now you can test your balance here as well. You can take one hand off, bring it to the hip. You can just use a finger to hold on to. Or if you feel stable, you can bring both hands up. You can come to prayer. Or you can come down. Just you want to keep those hips as square as possible. Keep that chest proud to the clouds. Keep your gaze over your nose. Beautiful. Last 3. Beautiful. On this last one, come all the way up. Stand up nice and tall. Both legs are straight now. So again, start holding on to that bar if you need to. You're going to reach out, both legs straight, and come in. So again, reach both legs straight and come in. So working on our balance. Last two. Next time you come up, stand nice and tall. Now from here, you're going to bend that standing leg. You're going to hinge yourself over. Hold on to the bar if you need to. Now bend your knee on the carriage and push it out. You might have to adjust yourself. Sorry. Push it out. Yes, squeeze that glute. That standing leg is hurting. Squeeze it for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Stand it up and let's shake it out. Whew, the shake was real on that one. All right, so from here, go ahead, bring your foot up onto that carriage. From here, I want you to try to drop it into a figure 4 in front of you. Or you can do it on a standing knee. Choice is yours. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get over to the other side. All right, so now I'm stabilizing with my leg that just worked, and I'm working the leg that just stabilized. All right, so let's start lining our foot up with the foot bar. From here, we're just going to stretch that hip out. So from here, just go ahead, drop yourself into that lunge. Watch that knee, that it doesn't travel too far over the ankle. Beautiful. And bring it in. Three more here. Keeping that chest proud to the clouds. Trying to keep those hips square to the foot bar in front of you. Excellent. And on this last one, when your leg is out, you're going to hold it there. Beautiful. From here, you're slowly going to lift that leg up. And from here, you're going to start bending and pressing with the standing leg. Remember, hold on first. Get your balance. Once you feel like you have your balance, if you feel safe, take your hands off the foot bar. You can also use a gondola pole here or a broomstick. Last two. Beautiful. Next time you come in, you're coming standing up nice and tall. Now both legs are going to go straight. So extend them both long as far as you can go, as long as you can get yourself back up. I don't have much range of motion on this side. It's definitely less on this side than my other side. But you work with what you got. The truth of the matter is I'm not 30 anymore. And that's okay. Last two. Next time you come all the way in. Now hold on to that bar. You're going to bend that standing leg. You're going to hinge yourself over. Hold on to that bar if you need to. You're pressing that leg in and out. Slow and controlled. 4 for 3, last 2, and last 1. Beautiful. From here, slowly bring yourself up and go ahead, face that carriage and give yourself a figure 4 here. I like to kind of just sit into it. I can get a little deeper than I can over my knee. So I like to do my figure 4 on the carriage. Excellent. All right. Once you are there, you're going to go ahead, add that blue spring onto that red spring. We're going to finish up this class. I'm going to go into feet and straps. So from here, go ahead, lie yourself down. All right. So once your legs are long, go ahead, reach them up to the clouds and resist it down. So just finding your legs in parallel right now. Keep your neck long, abs are drawn in, still connected. Last 2 here. Next time your feet are 45, click to Pilates V. Next time your feet are at 45, last 2 here. On this next one, when your feet come down to 45, click those heels together, bend your knees in towards your chest, and push them away. Last 2. Next time your feet are long, hold them there, flip them to parallel, bring them up to the clouds. Beautiful. Flip them to Pilates V. Pull your heels towards your midline. Squeeze the legs away from you. Turn your feet into parallel. Lift them up to the clouds. When you get to the top, come to Pilates V. Pull the heels straight down towards your bum. In Pilates V, extend them towards the foot bar. Bring them to parallel and bring them up towards the clouds. Again, come towards the clouds, Pilates V. Knees towards your chest. Push your feet away towards the foot bar, back to parallel. Last one, up towards the clouds, Pilates V. Bend your knees towards the chest. Push that bar away. Beautiful. Bring your feet back to parallel. If your headrest is up, please go ahead and knock it down. We're going to come into short spine. So from here, your feet are in parallel. You're going to bring your feet up. You're going to keep going, letting that carriage pull you. You're going to control the roll back. Now, from here, tilt your feet to Pilates V. Bend your knees towards your nose, towards your shoulder blocks. Bring your heels towards your glutes. Continue to roll yourself down to as far as you can go. When you can't go any further, push your feet out towards the foot bar. Bring it back to parallel. Float the feet up. Roll yourself up and over. Dock that carriage. Find your Pilates V. Pull your heels towards your glutes. Knees go wide. You're going to extend yourself down, pull the heels towards the glutes, and push away. Find that parallel. One more time. Come up, roll, dock that carriage, roll yourself up. Stay out of your neck. Find the heels together in Pilates V. Pull the knees down, heels towards your glutes. Articulate yourself down as far as you can go, and push your feet away from the midline. Beautiful. When your feet are back to parallel, bring them up to the clouds. Let's come around for our circles. Head rest and come back up. Last two in this direction. Next time the feet are up at the clouds, push your feet down towards the foot bar, come out and around. Last two. Next time those feet come up to the clouds, hold them there. Beautiful. Flex your toes towards your nose. Pull those straps straight down towards your knees. Extend that bottom long. Try to get that good stretch behind the back of those legs. Open your legs out to a straddle. From here, you can take your hands, push on the outsides of the straps to get a little bit deeper into that straddle. And then from here, bring those legs back together. Bend your knees towards your chest. Take one foot out. Find the foot bar. Take the other. You can go ahead, hang your straps up. Once your feet find the foot bar, you can slowly come on up. Sit on the side of your reformer. Go ahead, sit up nice and tall. And from here, I just want you to interlace your hands behind you. Drop those shoulders back and down. Excellent. Bring those hands back to center. Take your left hand, hold the shoulder block or whatever hand's closest to the shoulder block. Take the opposite hand, reach over and come over for lateral flexion. Again, let's drop the hand. Let's hold the side of the carriage with the other hand. Let's come over, or the foot bar, come over into some lateral flexion here. Beautiful. Bring those hands back up to the center. Drop those shoulders back and down. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I'll see you next time.